Hey, Skol Vikings faithful. What's up, Purple Pride warriors? Imagine this. After 8 long months of whispers, heart-pounding rumors, and that nagging what if that's kept us up at night, the Minnesota Vikings are finally throwing open the doors for Asante Samuel Jr. to strut in for an audition this Friday. Yeah, you heard that right. The top free agent corner on the block is hitting Egan, and our D-line just got a shot at some serious lockdown magic. Buckle up, because today's Vikings news dive is all about this bombshell that's got the NFC North buzzing like a hive of angry hornets. We're talking spine-tingling comebacks, roster roulette, and why this could be the spark that ignites our playoff run. Who's ready to break it down? Hit that like if you're as hyped as I am, and let's charge into this epic saga. Because if Samuel picks us, it's game over for those cheesehead dreams. For 8 months, Vikings fans, we've been glued to every tweet, every podcast drop, riding that roller coaster of, is it happening? Rumors about Asante Samuel Jr. joining the Purple. It started back in March, when our secondary was screaming for depth like a quarterback under blitz pressure, and Samuel's name popped up like a purple beacon in the free agency fog. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler just dropped the mic on Wednesday, confirming the 26-year-old stud, fresh off spinal fusion surgery in April, is cleared for action and kicking off a whirlwind visit tour. Panthers today, Packers tomorrow, us on Friday, then 49ers, Bears, and Steelers. Talk about a gauntlet. But here's the hook that has me pacing my living room. After all this buildup, will Minnesota's grit and that fresh 4-4 momentum from our gritty 27-24 gut punch to the Lions seal the deal? Stick with me because this isn't just a tryout, it's destiny knocking, and we're answering with a Sam Darnold deep ball. Our Vikings secondary, brothers and sisters in purple, it's been a war zone this season, and we all feel that sting. Only 3 picks through 8 games, tied for 3rd fewest in the league, and a PFF coverage grade of 51.0 that's 9th worst. Ouch, that's like watching Justin Jefferson drop a sure thing on 3rd and long. Byron Murphy Jr. and Isaiah Rodgers are holding the fort like champs, but drop either to injury, and we're scraping the barrel with practice squad heroes like Fabian Moreau or Zamea Vaughn. Enter Samuel Jr., the son of NFL legend Asante Samuel Sr., who's got that shutdown pedigree from his Chargers days. Drafted 47th overall in 2021, flashing star potential before that nagging shoulder stinger turned into a spinal saga. Cleared now, he's the X-factor we've craved since training camp. What do you think, fam? Does adding him flip our pass defense from vulnerable to vicious? Drop your hot takes in the comments. I need that energy. Picture the scene, Vikings diehards. Friday rolls in, crisp November air at TCO Performance Center, and Asante Samuel Jr. steps off the plane, eyes locked on purple helmets gleaming under the lights. We've been here before in our dreams. Off-season whispers turning into summer sizzles. But this is real, raw opportunity after he sat and signed post-Chargers, his medical clearance the final puzzle piece. Fowler's intel paints it vivid. Samuel's packing visits like a road warrior, but Minnesota's slot on the schedule feels faded, especially with the trade deadline slamming shut Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time without us pulling any triggers. We stood pat post-Lions win, banking on internal fire, but now, this audition could be the stealth bomb that drops our rivals into panic mode. Who's with me on manifesting this? If he dazzles and drills, those quick feet, that ball-hawking instinct, it's not just depth. It's a statement. Tell me, Purple Nation, Friday prayers or full-on Skol chant? Let's build that hype together. Diving deeper into the need, let's talk numbers that hit like a Flores blitz. Our pass defense ranks 5th in yards allowed, sure, but that's fool's gold when interceptions are drier than a desert and coverage leaks like a sieve. Sports Illustrated's Jonathan Harrison nailed it. At 4-4, we're just 1.5 games back of those smug Packers for NFC North supremacy. But without corner reinforcements, every deep shot from Jordan Love or Jared Goff feels like a dagger. Samuel Jr., ranked number 14 in ESPN's pre-free agency top 100 back in March. Some execs called him the class best, brings that elite pedigree tainted only by injury fog. 4 games in 2024 before IR, but at 26, he's primed for a rebound, and we've swung big on hurt talent before. Remember Jeff Okudah's gamble paying dividends? This isn't desperation. It's calculated purple aggression. Fans, if you're feeling that playoff pulse quicken, Smash a comment. Skol for Samuel. Who's scripting this Hollywood ending with me? Now, let's zoom in on that dream CB room. If Asante says yes to the North Star State, Byron Murphy Jr. anchoring outside like a Viking longship prow, Isaiah Rogers flipping slots with speed that blurs, and Samuel Jr. sliding in as the versatile wild card, picking off passes like his dad in those Super Bowl glory days. Throw in Okuda for rotational heat, Dwight McLaughlin adding youth pop, and practice squad depth from Moreau, Vaughn, and Tyreek Funderburk? That's not a unit. That's a fortress, fortified against the aerial assaults coming our way. Without him, we're eyeing free agent scraps like Stephon Gilmore or Cameron Sutton for emergencies. But that's bandage, not breakthrough. Harrison from SI drops truth. Our 3 picks are league-low territory, and that 51.0 PFF grade. It's begging for Samuel's disruption. His 2023 tape shows 11 passes defended, 2 picks. Imagine him blanketing Devontae Adams in a divisional clash. Purple blood pumping yet? Hit me with your lineup tweaks below. What's your ideal snap count for this beast mode backfield? But hold up, Skol Squad. Winning Samuel's heart won't be a cakewalk. This guy's itinerary reads like a contender's who's who, and every suitor's got winning records stacking like playoff bricks. Panthers? Hungry rebuilders. Packers? Divisional thorns with Aaron Rodgers-light vibes. 49ers and Steelers? Super Bowl sirens singing championship hymns, while we're clawing back into contention at .500 fire. It's David versus Goliath, but we've got underdog sauce. That Lions scalp Sunday proved our mettle, and now? Time to dazzle with vision. Kwesi Adofo-Mensah painting off-season blueprints where Samuel's not just mid-season filler but a long-term lock, especially with CB contracts expiring like clockwork come March. Injury red flags? Sure, but at his age, post-fusion clearance, it's low-risk/high reward. Like betting on Sam Darnold's arm and watching it soar. Who's got faith in our front office charm offensive? Comment purple persuasion, if you're all in. Ah, the Flores factor. Now that's the secret sauce simmering in the stew. Vikings fam. Brian Flores, our defensive wizard who cut his teeth scouting and coaching with the Pats, crossed paths with Asante Samuel Sr. during those 5 Belichick dynasty seasons. Dad was a 3-time Pro Bowler, 2-time Super Bowl champ, picking off Tom Brady's foes like clockwork. Imagine the war stories they could swap over film sessions. If Flores dials up that old and connection, leaning on shared gridiron grit to whisper, "This is home, kid," it could tip the scales when Samuel Jr. tours Friday. It's not just nepotism. It's legacy linking arms with our rebuild, turning rumor into roster reality. Harrison echoes it in SI. Despite the surgery scar, Samuel's flashes scream star, and we've rehabbed risks like Okuda into assets. Feeling that family reunion vibe? Drop a Flores magic in the comments. Let's will this into the ether. Fast forward to that electric Friday audition. Drills popping like fireworks, Samuel mirroring routes with that second-round draft silkiness, eyes lighting up at US Bank Stadium renders and our 4-4 surge. We've waited since March, through his shoulder stingers revealed as congenital beasts needing fusion fix, and signed in a league spooked by medicals. Chargers let him walk, but now? The floodgates burst with clearance, teams swarming like sharks to chum. Fowler's source. Pack schedule, but Minnesota's mid-pack slot? It's our window to wow, post-deadline calm letting us focus laser-sharp on why purple's his perfect pivot. No Trades Tuesday means we're all in on organic upgrades. And this? It's organic dynamite. Skol Hearts, are you visualizing the contract signing? Share your dream scenario below. I live for that fan fire. Layering on the stakes, let's not sugarcoat. Our secondary slim pickings post-Murphy and Rodgers scream vulnerable in a pass-happy NFL, where one tweak and we're exposed like a screen door in a hailstorm. Samuel slots in seamlessly, versatile enough for outside or nickel. His 4.38 speed and ball skills could balloon those 3 measly picks into double digits by January. S-Ice Harrison crunches it cold. 5th in passing yards allowed masks the turnover drought, and with NFC North shootouts looming. Packers Thursday night? Yikes, we need bite. At 26, post-op bounce-back potential mirrors our own Jonathan Allen swing last offseason, turning risky into rostered. This isn't patch, it's purple evolution. Who's pumping fists for depth that dreams? Comment your bold prediction. How many INTs does Sammy snag in purple? Competition's fierce, no cap, those other stops? Packers could dangle divisional disdain as motivation. 49ers that Shanahan shine. Steelers that steel cage intensity. But us? We're the sleeping giant at 1.5 back. Fresh off slaying Lions in Motown Magic. Darnold to Jefferson daggers reminding all we're contenders, not pretenders. Flores Pat's pipeline to Samuel Sr. isn't fluff. It's football fraternity, the kind that forges bonds over blocking schemes and backfield battles. If they click, stories of '07 rings, 11 shutdowns, it humanizes the pitch, sells the Skol soul beyond stats. Harrison's take. Mid-season Samuel minimizes downside for our stretch run, buying time to off-season extensions. Underdog edge. Baby. Fans. Rate our chances 1 to 10 in comments. Let's crowdsource the win. Envision the ripple. Samuel in Vikings threads, high-stepping into CB1 duties. His fusion-forged resilience mirroring our 4-4 grit. Win 1, lose 1, but never fold. Post-Lions, deadline dormancy was bold. Betting on birds like this to flock home. His tour's a sprint, but Friday's our marathon pitch. Showcase the purple pipeline. From rookie gems to vet savvy. Whispering, here, you thrive. Fowler's Whisper Network confirms interests mutual. Several squads circling, but our needs neon. Coverage woes a billboard begging his bomb. At his peak, number 14 free agent elite. Some dubbing him class king? That's injection we crave. Purple pulse racing? Spill it. What song blasts for his intro highlight reel? Off-season horizon sharpens the sell. CB free agency avalanche incoming. Okuda's deal ticking. Murphy's rising star needing sidekicks. Snag Samuel now, lock him long. 2-year prove-it bridging to 26 splurges. His youth syncing with Jefferson's prime. SI wisdom. We've eyed injured upside before Hargrave Allen flashes, and it fueled our D. Injury whisper? Faded with clearance. His born with stingers surgically silenced. Unleashing that 2023 menace. 11 PDs, picks aplenty. Against suitors' win streaks, we counter with heart. Lions W proved we're beasts. NFC North ours for taking. Who's scripting Samuel to Skol tweets already? Tag a buddy who needs this news. Spread the fever. That Flores Samuel Sr. thread? Pure gold dust in negotiations. Imagine DC pulling strings. Reliving Pat's practices where Senior schooled young guns. Now handing torch to son under purple banners. It's narrative nectar. Turning cold audition to warm welcome. Especially post-deadline where we're roster-rich in spirit. Lean in spots like corner. Harrison hammers. 51.0 PFF? Ninth worst screams upgrade, and Samuel's flashes. Star turns in Charger stripes. Could vault us to turnover kings. At .500, 1.5 from summit. This is pivot point. Add him, playoff path illuminates. Miss and free agent scraps like Gilmore loom as lesser lights. Legacy link aside, our passions the closer. Comment torch past. If this fires you up. What's the first play call you see him in? Deadline dust settled Tuesday. No splashy trades. Just that Lions triumph fueling forward faith. Positioning us prime for free agent gems like Samuel. His spinal saga? Chapter closed. April knife work? Months of grind. Now football free at last. Itinerary igniting league-wide chase. Fowler's Friday flag. Our turn to dazzle, post-Panthers, pre-49 Airs gauntlet. Needs naked, 3 picks, coverage craters, but upside's electric. Envision him shadowing Amon-Ra St. Brown, swatting slants like flies. SIS lens. Despite scars, 20 SIXS forever young in NFL math. And our injury swings? Proven winners. Skol faithful. Friday's fate day. Manifesting hard. Your move. Optimistic or cautious? Let's debate in comments. Wrapping this whirlwind Vikings Warriors, but first, that dream depth chart with Samuel? Murphy Rogers Samuel triad terrorizes. Okuda rotating ruin. McLaughlin injecting youth jolt. Practice squad padding perfect for playoffs. Without Sutton or Bishop as band-aids, but that's surviving, not conquering. Harrison's final flex. Fifth in yards hides the pick poverty, and Samuel's addition? Immediate impact, long-haul luxury. His tour tests are tug, Packers proximity a poke, but our underdog roar Flores finesse? Undeniable. 8 months simmer to Friday boil. This rumor's ripening real. Who's all aboard the hype train? Sound off below. Alright, Purple Pride. We've dissected the Samuel saga from rumor roots to Friday fireworks. The clearance, the competition, the corner crave that could crown our comeback. If Asante dons purple, it's not just a signing. It's Skol symphony, secondary soaring to shut down status, playoff dreams dialed to 11. We've got the grit, the glow-up post-Lions, and that legacy lure. Now it's on him, but man, the possibilities? Electric. What's your gut on Friday's verdict? Smash those comments with predictions, theories, and Skol screams. I read every one, and they fuel the fire. If this breakdown had you yelling at your screen, like it up, subscribe for daily Vikings news drops so you never miss the pulse, share with your tailgate crew to spread the purple gospel, and hit that bell. Next vid's locked on our next North Star conquest. Skol Vikings. Let's own this.